This is a little tutorial on white balancing and color correcting video footage. So let's start with this shot of a whiteboard from a camera that was not white balanced. So I'm going to go into the Lumetri color workspace and show the scopes. So the two main scopes are this vector scope and this luminance scope. This shows the hue and the saturation. This shows the brightness level, 100 being white, 0 being black. A lot of guys like to use this RGB parade as well. But these two here are the main ones I grew up using. Let's get in the color workspace. This dot being white should be right on that crosshair. Since there's no color, you can see it's got a yellow cast to it. So we're in the basic section of the Lumetri color space, and I'm going to move this guy right into that crosshair. Okay, that's there. As far as the brightness level goes, white should technically be 100, but that's 90 there. So here's before and after. Now let's go to an interview shot of one of our Argonne scientists. Mainly this section here in the vector scope should still be centered around that crosshair. And if I tweak this, you can see it kind of moving there. Your eyes are the final judge of all this. Okay, so that kind of looks centered. Let's bring up the exposure a bit and stretch the contrast a little bit. Highlights need to come up. Now you can drag and see his face, and you see he's kind of around 80, which is good. I'm going to bring the blacks down a little bit, and since he's wearing a black suit, it would help to bring shadows up a bit. Some detail there. And bring the whites up. So you just kind of play with this until you've got a good broad cross section here. Now he needs some saturation. So you're looking at the vector scope and you can see that now we've got some color happening. The other thing that I like here in this creative section is the vibrance. So Adobe says the vibrance is supposed to add saturation to the areas that are low in it and not affect the areas that already have enough. But if you crank that up, it's a nice look. Now the other thing I like to add is the fast color corrector at the end. And this gives us, get our scopes back, this gives us a hue adjustment. And what I'm doing here is tweaking this bit here to point towards the red, because that's where the face is. And it also lets us add in a bit more saturation. So you can see the before and after.